Hi, everybody. Welcome to our Thursday night. And we're going to be talking about the wonderful information that our CEO, Ash Mufareh, gave us on Monday, April 24th. It was a lot of information. It may have taken and needed a few times to listen to get a gist of what was being said. But really, right off the top, what he's been saying to us in the past is now what he's bringing forward to us now, with a little bit more detail and a little bit more complexity because of where we are at this point in time. So tonight's topic is actually decoding Monday's message from Ash. What did you hear that made you concerned? Or what did you hear that reassured you? Those are the questions for all of you tonight. And if you'd like to comment or ask a question or help get rid of some fears and concerns, that's what we want to talk about and address this evening. My excitement about all of this, and I'm going to put it into context with regards to the pay pen, the compensation, which is something that everybody has been asking about. We're not being given numbers, and that's still all right. And I know it's a big thing for a lot of people. Why don't we get the numbers? Why don't we hear how much we're going to make? I can understand this. And from my different perspective on it all is, do we really need to know, other than the fact that we are going to receive notifications every time somebody purchases something and we get paid a commission from it? Now, the other thing that people are commenting on is that they've had our, quote, team taken away from us at the back office. Again, I'm going to take that as a positive. And you know why? Because it takes the competitiveness out. It takes the one-upmanship out of the whole equation and keeps us all on a level playing field. We know who we have spoken to. We know, to this point, how many people were in our team. Do we need to know, truthfully, how many we're going to have moving forward? Again, I don't think so. And the reason for this is because we're not going to know the people who join us from around the world. We will not know what purchases and what products, what platforms they are going to become involved in. Do we need to know? Down the line, 1, 2, 3 years, is that really even important? You know who the people are that you've brought in. You know who you work with on a daily, weekly, monthly basis to help. That's what we were doing. That was the core of what this was all about, to share with people and to help them, if they saw the vision of ONPASSIVE, to join us and to help others so that we could help with financial assistance for them, for themselves, for charities, for events, for activities, and basically, the bottom line, to help humanity. So for me, these two particular issues that so many people are concerned, worried, complaining about are not issues for me. The one thing that I understood from Ash when he referred to the fact that we would have a code going with a payment, again, is something that I can understand. Let me put this now into context of the type of work that I did before. Working on the cruise ship, each port of call had a designated code for it. And we went around the world. So we had codes, for instance, New York, NYC, Toronto, YXC. Those would have been the main code for the city. Then we would have had a city tour, a private arrangement tour, and something else. So with the example of New York City, we would have had NYC1, NYC2, etc., going down the list of tours that were being offered around the world. When Ash talks about us seeing a code, I immediately saw that vision in my head and transposed it across to the different platforms. Academy, O Marketplace, O Bless, O Network. You know, all of these things are going to have a code. Now, will they be a code that we will have full understanding of? Not necessarily. Again, do we need to know? No. This is what goes on in the back office, in the coding section, in the administration section, and the functioning aspect of what ONPASSIVE is all about for us. Remember, we signed on to this because we were thrilled that somebody else was doing this for us. In this case, the company. So all of this has been properly coded into ONPASSIVE system so that when somebody purchases something, like Ocademy as an example, we will see 3 letters, 4 letters, 10-letter code, the numbers combined, with an amount next to it. That is really all we need to see and know. The exciting part in all of this is the fact that a notification is going to be pinged to us every time we get a commission payment. So let's put all the things that we learned about and hoped and thought about, knowing about from our different work areas, from the different industries that we've been in, and move with the times and stay in the now with what Ash is telling us from Monday onwards. This is a positive. So we can start getting excited about the fact that ONPASSIVE is doing all of this for us. Remember, 100% automated, 100% hands-free, 100% done for you. That has not changed. So all these things that Ash has said to us 6 months ago, 9 months ago, a year ago, are in fact coming to fruition. There might be a slightly more advanced state of what the definition is and what was said to us before, but it is all happening. Remember when he told us that there would be times when he would need to be not available, that he would disappear, he would not be available for webinars and to be visible to all of us? He said there would come a time when he would be busy pulling this all together. My visualization of that was a bicycle wheel and all the spokes that come out of a bicycle wheel. Ash is the engineer, the technician, the CEO, pulling all those spokes that represent all our different platforms, all our different products, real, surreal, IT operated, and anything and everything else he can think of. And he loves to refer to as a taco stand. I wish he would say a shawarma stand, because that's my favorite. But this is where anything that he puts his hands and mind to are going to be one of those spokes in that bicycle wheel. So he and his engineers and the IT technicians and everybody else are in the process now of connecting all of that into the bicycle wheel and the plastic rim of it all, the rubber rim. This is happening, folks. This is real. So hopefully I'm helping you to understand a little bit more from a broader context, from an industry that, again, maybe you know, maybe you don't know anything about from cruising. But for me, it was very easy to understand the coding aspect of it. And it was very easy for me to say, at the end of the cruise, when a guest went to pay out, they didn't know what tour they took. They just saw code NYC-1, $150, and they paid the total. This is now working in our favor, where we're going to see a code and an amount, and that is a deposit into our back office for us. Now, the joy of all of this is that, again, so many different levels of payment. The compensation plan is so complex. Do we really need to know about it? Do we need to know how the employees of Nike get paid? Do we need to know how much commission Apple staff get paid? I don't think so. Part of it is I really don't need to know and I don't really care. The other part of it is huge. It's legal. It's none of our business. So again, bring all of that into what we have with ONPASSIVE. The fact that it is happening is what we can now focus on. The excitement of how this is starting to happen is what we can focus on. So this is my interpretation. I've been told I am accurate in how I see this and how I have understood this to be. And I hope I've been able to give you an example that will make sense to you. One other thought, when we go grocery shopping, or when we go clothes shopping, we go and cash out, we don't always see the item by name that we've actually purchased. On all of those payment chits that are attached to the fabric or attached to food, it's a barcode. That is what is registered when you pay out. So it's the same principle in this sort of thing. We now know it and we can trust the process. This is what we're going to see. This is what we're going to experience. And I look forward to the shouts and glees that I know we're going to hear from around the world as those notifications start happening. And they will start happening in a few weeks. So let me finish this part. Let me bring Marty in, and then Chris will have something to say as well. And then we will ask you to help us. Put up your hands if you've got comments, if you've got questions, if you've got concerns. Let's talk about them tonight so that we can help each other and then help, you know, how that rock falls into the beautiful lake and it goes thud, and then the ripples start going out. Let's get those ripples going. Let's get the truth out there. Let's take away the fear. Let's positively reinforce what's been said because it's been happening. And let's continue to give the correct message out there with the proper wording to help everybody understand so that they too can get excited about how all of this is happening. Marty, if you're there, please unmute yourself. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Robin. Good evening, everybody. We'll see you next Thursday. No, and Robin, very good. I mean, it covered pretty much everything. Yeah, remember everything that Ash said, like Robin said, that we are and what we're going to be. All he did in the back office is changed it so that it represents what he said we're going to be doing. The breakdown is we're going to be paid every time there is a sale on your team, whether it's directly or indirectly from your team. That hasn't changed. The questions I'm getting are, does your date stamp matter? Absolutely. It matters because that still puts you where you were. People were put in other parts of the team. I think where the problem is the verbiage we're using, levels, downline, all that stuff is gone. Hold on a minute. Hold on. Okay. Sorry about that. During the week, I broke down and tried to decode what Ash said. It took me 3 days to do a 2-hour webinar because I wanted to break it down where everybody understood it 100%. And so don't panic. Nothing happened. And I want you to keep in mind here's my point. The whole thing. This will sum up how I feel. A few years ago, I came in over 3 years ago, but a couple of years ago, 2.5 years ago, I knew, I don't mean I guess, I knew I was in good hands. I trusted Ashrifara. I said it out in the open, and I meant it. So when I see or hear about a change in the back office, there's never, ever, with me now, I can tell you about me, a question mark in my head, oh my God, what are they doing? Never. And if you've said out of your mouth that you feel the same way I do, which many of you have, and a number of changes or certain levels can't be seen, and there's that panic in your heart, you need to check yourself. Do you really believe what you said? Listen, he told us, this is the facts. He did not have to share this with any of us. And for $97 to have the opportunity, everyone here, to someday be what you might consider wealthy. Okay, all of the boxes were checked that could make everybody here wealthy. It's just fact. Numbers don't lie. If you look at where people are that we consider wealthy, there's boxes that you can check on each one of them. We have each box checked the same as they do. There'll be different amounts of time that it takes to get where you want to get. But if you're in now, and if you're the last founder, 2 or 3 weeks from now, the last founder, man or woman, I don't care who you are, you're going to do eventually better than you have ever done online in your life. As said, the day we pay our commission, we will be in green. Okay? Most of you, no, forget it. All of you, except maybe 1%, never made a dime online. In fact, the reality is you lost money. I lost money. Yeah, you might have had a one-hit wonder and did $500, $600, $700. But let's not forget how math works. The other 7 businesses that you lost 5,000, 6,000, 8,000, you have to subtract that one-hit wonder from that. Because reality is that's what you made. And in most cases, we lost money. We're in a business now with a gentleman and a family that said, I'd love to share it because, in fact, his drive is not money. He said to all of us, I am going to pay you the maximum amount I can pay you. Trust me, for me in my house, that answer is good enough for me. And like Robin said, you're going to get a notification. Bing, you were just paid a commission, Karina. Code blank, blank, blank. Ching, you were just paid another one. Now, I want to tell you the beauty of that. All these ching and ching and ching, you're going to get it again next month. And on top of that, there's going to be some added to that. And he said the day will come, you go, oh my God, I'm tired of hearing these. I don't think I'm going to get tired of hearing it. But that's where we're at. And it's a big, big deal. And we need to pass it on. The reason I took so long going over that webinar again is because I want people to understand. I felt that Monday was the biggest turning point in ONPASSIVE since ONPASSIVE has been alive. Because he told us then, here's where we're at, and here's where we're going. Really as clear as Ash could tell us. Now, is there any really private webinars? No. We have people all over ONPASSIVE that take everything, go outside and share it and put a twist on it and say whatever they want. And they're having fun. They're making fun. They're saying, trust me, their day's going to be very short. And let them have fun. Don't go visit them. Don't go look at them. But really, I want you all to think about it. If you have any questions, tonight is the night to ask. There are no dumb questions. Ask them. I believe we can give you most of the answers. But you're in a good place. If you believe it, it's a done deal, right? I mean, I truly believe it. I don't really care. I don't care what numbers there. I don't care. I asked after the meeting general questions that everybody had directly to Mr. Mufara. Do you mean this when you say this? Yes. Do you mean this? 3,000%. Do you think that? Yes. So everything I'm telling you, I tried 199.9% to be accurate. So what I said and what you should say should be as accurate as it can be. And we're very fortunate to be where we're at, where we're going. And I want you to keep in mind there's another important thing he said. I have things to tell my founders that I will not tell them until the founder position is closed. Now, you don't have to be an Einstein to figure it's probably stuff very, very important. He doesn't want 500,000 more founders to come in for that reason. If we get a few, 100, 200, a few thousand, okay. He doesn't want hordes of people coming in through only monetary reasons, because he can make a few statements tomorrow and double what we have now. I'll tell you right now. When he says he's flipping the world upside down, it's not a joke. Physically, things will change in the world. And guess what? You are at the top of it. Like I said, the last person that joins as a founder is at the top of this massive business. And we don't even know who they are yet. So if you're wondering about yourself, let it go. Just an example. If the company brings in 1 billion people in a year, which is outrageous, but he'll be set up to handle it, that's 3 million people a day. Wrap your head around that. Okay, that's 3 million people a day. It doesn't need to be that big to change lives, trust me. A lot less than that. 100 million person company is outrageous, a huge company. but he built the foundation to handle anything that comes, because you do not want to crash. I've been in many, many launches, many, 30 or 40. None of them made it. Yes, some of them made it 2 months, 3 months, but as time went on, the math didn't add up, and they crashed, or they couldn't handle the load when it did launch, and they crashed, or the very next day, they crashed because the payment processor didn't work correctly or the coding was done poorly. None of that will be the case with Unpassive. Why? Because Ash doesn't care, and this isn't being negative. He's not going to judge what he does or doesn't do by a few people being nervous or not being sure. That's your problem. Your concerns on how you feel is your problem. The company is way bigger than any one of us. Way bigger than any one of us, because what it's going to impact the world and millions of people. You're in good hands. Believe it. If you can't, give me your email, I'll help you. I can get you a refund in 24 hours. Guaranteed. Because I don't think you should be all stressed. And if you're that stressed over $97, I don't get it. I've spent a lot more than that. I am so blown away that I paid $97 over 3 years ago and built a massive empire, right? For $97. I didn't have to, but I marketed anyway. We're all there. We're all in the same shoes. And my efforts help you. Your efforts help you and somebody else. It's a beautiful company. So if you have any questions, I didn't mean to talk that long. Start asking them, and we'll try to fill in the blanks and make you feel more comfortable. But all of you seem to be pretty comfortable right now, so that's good. Or we could tell jokes, whatever you want to do, but that's all I have.
Thank you, Marty. Chris, would you please give us your words of wisdom?
My words of wisdom is you are all the luckiest people on the planet. That's my words of wisdom. I do want to bring up one thing, just to let you know, there's a handful of us that receive many things that maybe is not working, or your one-time password is coming through. Everything that you send us, we do send through Marty. Marty helps us out with that. And we sometimes make them aware of things, which 99% of the time they already know. So we appreciate the help. Remember, we're still in beta testing mode. I'm excited. I'm really going to be excited when OConnect gets here, because that's my baby. Because I'm in contact with lots of people throughout the world, and a lot of them have broken English, and I got broken everything else because I only speak English. So I'm excited about that. But everything Marty has said for the last 4 or 5 days, man, he teaches me a lot. And there's some things I don't even understand, but between Marty and Red, they break it down to me. Robin always helps me out. There's a lot of things that a non-techie guy doesn't understand. But you know, the greatest thing is you really don't have to, all you got to understand is you paid $97 to join something that's going to be so big, so amazing, and you're all part of it. That's what it is for me. And I didn't, you know, some of us, we work around the clock to help people, period. But the greatest thing is you really don't have to do anything. And probably there's a very small percentage who don't even pay attention, and they'll come on, hey, this ain't working, hey, because they're not plugged in. So the majority of you I see on here every single day on these Zooms, on these webinars, you guys are plugged in. You know exactly what's going on. Everything Ash Mafara is doing right now is for each one of us. And you can bet on that one. It's for every one of us. It isn't about him. I keep trying to tell people that. It's never been about him. It's about his vision and how he absolutely built a family of love and compassion to share it out. But tonight's the night, because I got Marty DeGarmo here, Robin Nova, myself. I'll do whatever I can to help out. But it's a good night to start asking questions about anything. And let's get y'all in tune. All right, Marty, I'm going to send it back to you, or Robin.
Yeah, the one thing that you had brought up, the items that are going around now that need a little bit, need to be checked out is a lot of the people, new people registering, not getting the welcome email slash, able to log back in and pay and then get the OTP. I sent a text into Ash about that. And the reason I laughed when I came up, he's texting me right now. Are you getting OTP? Yes. Hold on. Yes. Okay, so he's working on the part of new registrations. They're on it, he said. That's what he wrote me back. And he asked me if I'm getting some other people. It seems like the people that are already in are not having a problem. Am I right? I mean, in general, I think that's okay. And that's something to do with just the new registered, right? Sorry, guys.
We're used to this, everybody. This happens. And we
Yeah,
do have a running joke with Marty that as soon as we hear that bell, we know when to be quiet because there's a special message coming through that is an important update or information that confirms, funny enough, something that we have usually just been talking about. While Marty handles that, I just want to say, remember, there are going to be updates and upgrades happening in the back office all the time now. Our company is global, which means 24 hours. It's not possible to turn the company off now. And all that they're doing to keep upgrading and to ensure that we are able to hold 5 million, 10 million, working up to the billion people mark. Customers, folks, these are customers that are going to be coming to us from around the world. This is going to be flawless. So the whole system has to be able to handle the speed of having all these people online, the ability to transfer data, information, and money. So let's support what goes on. Let's not go into panic mode every time we see something that isn't quite the way we think it should be. This is the exciting time. This is also the stressful time for people who've never been through a launch before. If you've never been part of a company launch, physical company, when it's been starting up and setting up an office and making sure that everything is connected before they start taking phone calls for customer service. Or for me, with the ship launch, making sure that the ship floats. All of these sort of things are important. So we're doing a comparable aspect with ONPASSIVE to make sure that everything is connected and working its way through it. So we'll let Marty pop in later on once he's finished talking with Ash. But for now, we're going to start. And any of you who would like to put your hands up, as usual, I will take a running name order. And just before we start, let's make a promise now tonight. Let's break the broken telephone syndrome. Hear what has been said. Make your notes. You've been able to do this all week now. But please make sure that we are saying the right thing, the same thing, the truth to every founder that we talk to now. We need to help them to understand. And ideally, we would love them to all be plugged in and to listen or to watch or to read what goes into the back office. The truth of the matter is they're not. But when they contact you, please, please say the same thing and help everybody with your teams, with your groups, with your chats. Let's tell the truth. Let's stay honest. Let's keep the integrity because that's who we are in ONPASSIVE. We're so fortunate to be in this together. Bridget, your hand was up. I think Marty's still busy, so please unmute and let's start talking.
Okay, I have one question. One of them had spoken to both of us. It's my mom and I, and I'm with someone with a group already. But if she's by herself.
Bridget, you're breaking up. I'm sorry. We're not getting the full context of what you're saying.
Okay. The situation is the three of us, like the group of three, the woman that got us into it, she already has me, but my mom's by herself. So how would she get into a team if there's no one else?
You mean, I'm not sure I'm following what you mean by a team, but you are first and foremost already connected. But remember,
Okay.
each section of ONPASSIVE, each individual one of us is like a branch. We are
Okay.
all a branch. And each person, each founder is like a pine needle on that branch.
Okay.
But this incredible, incredible number of people, of pine needles that are creating these branches. And I'm not giving you a tree illusion to think of anything else other than the visual of how vast this is. I could be talking about specks of dust on the ground, making up a great big fur bunny or a dust ball, you know, under the couch. But this is where we are all connected. We are all part of this. We are not separate. So the person that you trusted and joined ONPASSIVE with was brought in by somebody else that they trusted.
Right.
So they are just one little branch of a bigger branch that's attached to a bigger branch that's attached to a bigger branch, all the way going through this.
Okay, but my mom and I are on the same because I'm usually the one that lets my mom know sometimes when she's not able to see or listen. I let
Understood.
her know what goes on.
We do that here in our family as well. And that's wonderful. That's helping people. Now, if you were part of a chat group or a Facebook group or a WhatsApp group with ONPASSIVE, then you can help with information that you learn about this evening to make sure that they stay on track, truthful integrity, with information that might be given out during those chats and into those information. But the fact that you are on a webinar like this, you're getting the truth and the proper information. If you go into your back office and you read Peter Serer's updates from the webinars that occur with Ash, if you are able to listen to the webinars that happen in easy chunk pieces, piece by piece, you don't have to do it all at once. That is what is going to help you to understand, or at least be part of it. But this is considered up to date with today's information. So you're doing the right thing. You're never alone, and you will never be alone. Does that help?
Okay. It's just, like I said, for me, I know I'm with the person that brought us in. She said that the group of three, like put the three together, she has herself, myself, and someone else. And then my mom's like on the side. So my mother never gets any emails from her to let her know when the webinars are.
All right. Bridget, did your mom enroll with you through your link?
No, she enrolled with the same link as me to the same woman.
All right. So then this lady you need to ask your upline, you need to ask this lady to help you and add your mom's email to her thread so that she sends out the information to your mom as well. Or you're the good daughter and you keep letting her know when these are occurring.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
But you can just ask her and say, please, this is my mom's email. She would like to get the information. Can you please add her into it?
Okay.
Yay. Easy fix.
Okay,
Perfect.
thank you.
Bridget, thank you. Renata, if you would like to unmute, and if you have a question or a comment. Renata? Okay, we'll come back and check on you in a little bit. Marie, if you would like to unmute yourself, and I hope is it Marie or Mary?
Marie Pendy.
Wonderful, Marie Pendy. Thank you for being with us tonight. How can we help?
Thank you. Thank you, Robin. Again, my name is Marie Pendy, and I am zooming in from the state of Virginia. This question is for either Robin, Chris, or MARTY. Based on the webinar that we had on the 25th, that is this Monday, by Ash, he came out and updated us as to where we are with ONPASSIVE. He has revamped and stripped some of the verbiages and languages that we used to use. And he prefers, for the betterment of the company, to not use certain words like these, up and down lines and packages and stuff. So right now, if I have a prospective person who is looking into this company to enroll and become a founder, at first, we used to explain that you pay your $97 US dollars, and if you use a credit card, there will be a charge that will amount to a total of $102. That is straight and simple. Now, we want to be as transparent as possible and honest as possible and prepare this person's mind to prepare for the next stage of ONPASSIVE. Now, I would like you, Robin, you have very good words. How would you teach us, let's put it that way, how to explain to a prospective founder to be prepared for the next stage that they will have to subscribe? How would you gauge the language or the verbiage that you're going to explain to this prospective person so that when they register to become a founder, they should be gearing up an amount, a hypothetical amount that they will use for their first subscription? Thank you. Without having to put those caps of amount that we used to use, that Sir Ash would prefer not to be used from Monday moving forward.
Understood. So my first thing, and I say this to anybody I'm talking to, is forget and put aside anything that you know about anything that you've done in online business if you've not been successful.
Mm-hmm.
And by that, I mean, if you have not made a substantial six-figure amount of money through online businesses. Because as we know, 98% of people do not successfully reach their dreams through that industry. So without labeling anything, without directly putting anything down, I just say, please put all of that you've learned aside. ONPASSIVE is something completely different. It is unique. And we are actually showing the world the new concept of what business and what working together is going to be all about. If you can do that, and if you would like me to continue, then here we go. People are joining you because they trust you, because they know you. And the business hasn't changed in how we describe it. This is still artificial intelligence, internet technology, a company that is global, that we are in over 200 countries around the world, and we have close to 1.3 million founders who have understood and seen the vision of a company, of a CEO who has said that he is going to create a business for each and every one of us, hands-free, 100% automated, artificial intelligence directed, and all done for you. In saying that, you have a choice. If you would like to share this with other people, to give them the same opportunity, for them to be able to have their friends, their loved ones, have the same type of business built for them by ONPASSIVE as we were promised and we were told when we came in, and it was reiterated again on Monday that this is what is happening, then I hope you will join us and then tell others about it. We are all part of one big team in this aspect. The $102, as you said correctly, is a breakdown of $97 plus $5 for credit card, which is still the fastest way to get through. You are in, you have your link, and welcome to being an ONPASSIVE founder with us. Other methods of payment are possible, but they will take longer. And if you want to get in, do it now, because there are webinars that you can join at this point. The other thing that I say is now the opportunity to become a founder is getting closer and closer to closing down forever. Not to put pressure on them deliberately, but to give them the facts and the information, the truth of what we have now been told. And once that happens, there will be no more founder opportunities available to people around the world. You can still come in as a customer. You can still come in as a reseller. There will be other ways to join us, but you will not be a founder with those perks. Then, when we are told, we will be paying an activation fee. To this point, it is still between $200 and $300 US. We have not been told exactly what it is. Ash did allude to on Monday that there's a chance that there may be some lesser amount to be paid. And that would be wonderful, but that does not need to come into a discussion with anybody at this point, because we've not been told that amount, and we've not been told that for sure. That is what he is working towards. And because he said it, we know that there's a really, really good chance that that in fact will happen. But for now, when we are talking to people, so as not to mislead them, that there are no unwarranted or some horrible surprises, we say the price to activate will be $200 US to $300 US per founder's fee. And in addition to that, the joy with this company is that you can have more than one founder's position in your own name if you want to. We just need to have separate email addresses for each of those founders' positions. Does that help you?
Yes, Robin, but the tricky part is this last few words that you just said. You know, as per last Monday, the CEO, goodness, Ash Mufara, said we should not mention that amount, and he's stressed upon not to use the $300 because he's still trying to figure it out. So
exactly.
it becomes really tricky
yeah.
when you are explaining and making sure that you're transparent and truthful to this person, and walking them, anticipating, knowing that there will be a subscription fee. Because each time you say that, somebody will just jump and say, how much would that be? So you're boxed in and you don't know how to explain to this person without using those verbiages of the range that he says we shouldn't, because he's still trying to figure it out. But at the same time, you want to be as honest to this person and preempt for them to prepare, to know that there will be that subscription fee.
Exactly.
So that's the tricky part, that the fine line that you're walking through. But
we're walking a tightrope.
Mm-hmm.
We are walking a tightrope at the moment with this one without a net underneath us.
Exactly.
I will continue to say that this is what we have been told. However, there is also a good chance that things will change, and we are founders. We are waiting for updates, and by joining as a founder, you will get the accurate, up-to-date information at the same time as all the other founders will.
Okay.
This is where it's been to this point. We have been told that there are so much is still to be told to us that will be told to us, but they will only be said when we are founders and when, as Marty said, the founder's position will be closed. So I understand the trepidation. I understand the concern. That is how I say it. I have had people ask me, well, you cannot expect me to say, fine, I'm going to jump in, but I want to know what the other side of the payment's going to be. Fair enough. So I have said what I know, but I've also said it is possible that it will change and be less, but we will all find out. All founders will find this out at the same time. And it's up to them. If they continue to push it, just say, I can't say anything more than that. I don't know. We will be told when we are told by the CEO. We don't need to go into the aspects of, well, he hasn't worked it out, or we don't know, or it could be this, because in actual fact, we don't even know accurately what that is all about. he doesn't have to tell us those sort of things and how he's working it out right now. And chances are it's all worked out. He's waiting now for the campaigns to be enrolled and rolling forward, and also to close the founder's position. And then he will be telling us things that he will be able to tell us, wants to tell us once that is closed. So the premise of that statement that he made of closing the founder's position when he does it is so that people will not come in on an absolute rush of information, and that is the only reason why they've joined. So everything that he is saying obviously is truth, and everything that we are hearing is falling into place and context, but this is where now we are fortunate to be able to put the brakes on a little bit, talk to people honestly about what we know, and still say to them, there is still time to be a founder, but that window of opportunity is closing. But when it closes, we will have more information. All right?
Thank you so much. The reason why I asked this is for all of us in the panel to be at least educated as to how to walk the fine line as we encourage and empower and impress upon people to look into this ONPASSIVE. And sometimes you have to be extremely careful and be factual and be honest and transparent at the same time,
Absolutely.
but not cross the line. So we can all educate ourselves as to how to go about when we meet people. Thank you so much, Robin. Thank you,
You're
Chris.
very
and
welcome.
Thank you, Marty. I appreciate
You're
you all.
sweet.
Thank
I'm
you.
going to call Marty in and just see if he has anything to add to that, because I'm not sure if he's been able to follow what we've been talking about.
Absolutely not.
Okay, so
Go ahead.
the last part that's really the important piece, I knew you were busy, was how best to help people not to get caught up in the $200 to $300 activation fee, with Ash saying on Monday that he would prefer us not to use that example, but when we have prospects for people who are interested, pushing to know what the next amount will be.
The first thing I would say is, and all of this is very affordable. That's not a price, but it gives them something. If people get nervous, I would say, because at this point they have people that are specialists in mathematicians trying to figure out the pay plan, what they can pay. Hold on.
You're saved by the bell. Okay, we'll come back to you, Marty. Yeah. Bye. Yeah. Starship ONPASSIVE, if you would like to unmute yourself and give us your first name, please, and then tell us what you would like to ask your question or comment.
Hello, Robin. Excuse me. You all know me. I'm Captain Kirk. I'm the leprechaun. Marty, don't run away.
He's not running away.
Well, in talking about this structure, he has said your date that you got in is very paramount. Well, if that's true, when I got in, we weren't at 1.3 million. It was a long time ago. And so I think what I'm understanding from what Marty said was that is the most important part of the structure. And so your timestamp is very important to your possible earnings. Is that correct?
The timestamp is very important for everything. So in all aspects of ONPASSIVE, the timestamp will have value. And we will learn more about that later on as well. So yes, Tim, you're correct in that, but anybody and every founder who has joined, as Marty just said as well, right up until the last founder to come in before the position is actually closed, is a winner.
Oh,
So
no
all
doubt,
those
no
timestamps,
doubt.
so all those timestamps are valid. And
They
you
will
are
all-
a founder
They
first
will
and
all
foremost.
they will all have a seat on Starship on Passive, because we're going
Thanks,
to the
Tim.
top. Third start to the
Absolutely.
right and on till morning.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Good night.
Hey, Robin,
Yes, Marty.
the proper answer to that is they can buy what they can afford. Boy, if that didn't throw a monkey wrench into it.
I know. I'm going to come back to that right in a second. They
Okay.
can.
Anyway, he's
Oh, you
shooting.
brat. You're a
They're
brat.
they're shooting for. They're trying to make it under 300. Okay, we know that, but just don't put a number. I mean, that's fact. They're trying to make it affordable for everyone. It's that simple, and they're trying to be under 300. And the math isn't done yet 100%. And when it is, boom. If that's a sticking point to somebody, tell them to wait and be a reseller. And then they'll sign up and you just give me your registration link.
Marty, it
Yeah.
won't be, because I'm sure that Ash is aware that the global economy can only afford so much.
It doesn't matter what the global economy is. It's a matter of, can the company maintain running for
Exactly.
years and years to come? So here's the bottom line. As said on Monday, the company's going to pay the maximum amount they can pay. And that, if we can't live with that, then I don't know what you can live with. Because remember, we're talking with people that never made a dime online. What is the chance of that the person you're talking to is the 1% that did okay? It's pretty slim. So
But as I
they're going to
say,
make money.
it doesn't matter what you see underneath you. You know your timestamp. Your timestamp is going to relate to that.
Oh, not that one. I don't want that one.
Yeah, I know, but I think you're a little bit further out in space than you should be right now. What I'm saying is, people
I'm on
that,
the Starship.
yeah, I can see that. Get a little closer to Earth, Tim. But what I'm saying is, the cost to get in, people are asking, and that cost is the company's trying to keep it under 300, but and I did get a response from Ash, and he said it's whatever they can afford. Hold on.
Just keep
Thank you.
doing a great job.
Thanks, Tim. Thank you, Marty.
As said, successful people ask, how much can I make? Not how much it costs. Anyway, so add that to it too. Anyway, that's all I got.
Perfect. Thanks, Marty. Thank you, Tim. Leon, if you'd like to unmute yourself, please.
Hello, everyone. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, of course.
Okay. Thank you, Robin, for allowing me to be on you guys' show here today, because it's really interesting, all the things to hear everybody's. And I want to comment on something that Marty was saying about people making money online. I bought a program, cost me $1,200 to try to teach me how to sell online. So it was so convoluted that I asked 3 other people to help me study various parts of the program. And that was just the beginning. That was just buying the program. Then you had to buy the people that how you get your leads, and then you trying to get on Amazon. And then I was paying $49 a month to Amazon. And then it was so much. I didn't make a dime. I must have spent $3,000. And that I found out was just people getting your money, because if you really, in order to have a successful online business, it only takes you about 12 or 15,000 just to get set up, just to get on Amazon. And then you got to hire expediters. If you buy a product, wherever you buy it, if it's in China or whatever, somebody got to go make sure those coffee mugs are not broken when they get to the Amazon floor. And it was so crazy, all the things you have to go through. And I said, no wonder people stop selling. They trying to sell the program how to do it because it's so convoluted now. And then trying to get your product up on when somebody Google your product to get it up on Google in the first page. And so when I tell people about Unpassive, and I tell them we have every product in Unpassive that you're going to pay $12,000-$15,000 for if you want to do an online business, and we have it handed to us, you know, with marketed by AI technology, which is the latest. And that's another thing that I always told people, and I tell them about my experience. And mainly, I did not try to go out and recruit people. I did exactly what you said, Robin. I just told family and friends and told people I thought would be interested, just sharing it. I was just sharing it. And that's how I was getting people to sign up. And a lot of people, I was able, like one lady mentioned, keeping people informed, even though a lot of the people on my group gets the emails, but I call them up sometime and just inform them, just to remind them. I call them up because I have a lot of elderly people in my group, and sometimes even if you get the email, they still don't know how to log on. So sometimes I call them up and ask them, do they want to get on the Zoom call? Or ask them, do they want to, or just keep them informed? Because some of them say, I have this appointment. So I'll take a time and I'll get together with them and then bring them up to speed. And I always use the excerpts that I forgot his name. He's right next to me on the screen. He does Peter. Yeah, he does the. I love how he does the recall of everything that's happening. And sometimes I tell him, there it is right there. You have everything that you need to know right here. And he does an outstanding job, Peter. You do an outstanding job summarizing everything said. And you don't have to go through all of that just to say these things. And like I say, everything is going that Ash mentioned about the money, not the money part, but you guys was just talking about the $300. People have been asking me for a long time, when do I pay my money? When do I pay my money? I said, just wait. I'm not for sure is it going to be 300. It could be more, it could be less, but let's don't worry about that. And then Milo told me once, he said, don't even worry about that portion. And ever since he told me not to worry about that portion, I always tell my people, just not worry about it. Just go ahead and just relax and just educate yourself. Look at the webinars, learn what's going on so you can be prepared. And that's kind of how I tell people. And just to stay prepared. And I just want to make sure amongst us today, am I on the right track, continuously being on the right track with people on, just trying to, I don't try to push it on anyone. I tell people all the time, I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm just trying to show you something that I'm interested in. If you're interested in it, I can show you how to register. If you're not interested, do your due diligence, go on unpassive.com. And if you like it, and I usually get a call, or sometimes I don't even worry about it. It's the best business I ever really been in my whole entire life. You don't have to really pressure people. You don't have to do anything. You just it's a true business that you just share it. It's a true sharing business. If you're interested, you're interested. If you're not, you're not.
Thank you, Leon. Yes, absolutely. And your beautiful personal touch will help so many people as well, because they need to know that they can count on you. They need to know that there's somebody there, that if they're concerned and they don't understand, that they can talk to somebody. It's lovely.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Peter. Thank you, Leon. Sorry. Okay. Peter, if you'd like to unmute, please. I would just like to, before you say something, I would like to say thank you to you publicly on this, on behalf of everybody who's here, for all the work that you do to help us when you transcribe and take the notes for all these webinars that Ash is on and does. You make them understandable. You make them such a easy way that, as Leon said, to be able to share them and tell other people about them, it just helps. So thank you so much for what you do to help us as well, all of us. Okay,
I
Peter, now you can
appreciate
talk.
it, Robin. Thank you so much, Robin. I appreciate it. You know, each one of us have his own lane, and we just do what we can and the best we can, and to help out the all. You know, and I don't need to be thanks or anything like that. I just appreciate that I'll be able to help everyone around the world. I actually was in the background, and I didn't really want to be on camera or anything. I was just listening in. And then you were asking a question about the price, and Marty had a phone call. I said, so I come out and help assist to answer, but Marty answered it pretty good. I wanted to say there are going to be different price packages. They will be affordable for different part of the world, because not everybody can afford, let's say, $300. So there'll be different packages. It depends on what you can afford. But Mr. Ash, like Marty was saying, is going to be less than $300, most likely. The price has not been set, but we can say that at that time. And regarding to Tim's question for the time stamped, Mr. Ash have mentioned before, and I don't know details, but I can say what he said, that the people with the older date that have priority on the pay. Think about it for a minute. If people been, I'm very close to approaching 4 years myself with ONPASSIVE. And he gave an example, when people been waiting for 3 years and a person just joined in like yesterday, do you think they should be, you know, compensated for the time they helping maybe with webinars, making presentations, doing whatever it takes, creating teams basically make ONPASSIVE bigger and bigger, like what we are right now. Without the foundations of the founders, we will not be 1.3 million people like what we have right now. So I'm sure it's going to be compensation based on a date stamped, but we don't know the details. I don't know if that helped, Robin, but I thought I'd come out and share that with you.
Thank you, Peter. Jane, if you would like to unmute, and what would you like to say tonight?
Okay, I'm ready. Now.
You're out of space right now. Do you have two devices on open at the same time?
Oh, wait a minute.
Are you sharing a ride with Tim Dillon?
Yeah.
Is that it? Oh, I do have. I'm sorry, guys. I apologize.
Jane, we'll come back to you. William, if you'd like to unmute yourself, please. What would you like to say tonight?
Yeah, Robin, I hear of all this $97 in tuition fees, which I'm really not concerned of, because you know most people have lost money online. And what the products are coming out are built from scratch and AI induced, and everything is under one umbrella. Where do you want to go? That's what I'm trying to say. The products are amazing, and everything is there for you to, we're going to become the school, as Ash was saying. So imagine everything is there for us to use, like Academy with all the languages. We'll be able to speak to all people across the world. And now churches have Zoom, which we can upgrade to Connect and listen to their language in our iPhone or whatever you have, you just plug it in, you plug the language in, you can listen to them. So I think we're in a good place right now. Everything is like what Jeffrey says, a paradigm shift. So we're upgrading and people are more concerned about the money. I'm not. Are you? That's what I'm saying. What do you think of that, Robin?
I think you're wonderful. And to have you explaining it like that makes so much sense as well. Because, you know, a lot of people out there have tried to be successful online, as Leon was saying, by purchasing different software programs, by joining different companies with promises that they would make it happen. And over and above the time that it would take to unravel, to understand what they were presenting, I was not able to function that way. I could not make it work. But I did not spend the thousands and thousands of dollars because I didn't have it realistically. But sometimes I was able to negotiate a trial price or a free trial to see how it would work. And even working with their own technicians and their own staff, I still did not understand. So I also know at the other end of that spectrum, people who have spent tens of thousands of dollars to have these systems specifically customized for their business and for their needs. And they still have not been as successful to earn back the returns of what they've spent. So for $97, for us to be able to learn and understand what all of these platforms and products are, in the quote, waiting time between now and when we actually launch to the public and start bringing in more customers, to me, that's a benefit. To me, that's a bonus. And then to know that even at the top end of what we've talked about, that it might cost $300, now we're knowing and learning that it's going to be most likely less than that. For those same packages that people have spent tens of thousands of dollars to get it for under $300, that's huge. People need to be shown the value. And again, not everybody will come in as a founder. We don't need to worry about that. But they will be customers. They will start to see this. And I know that North America drags their feet because they have been taken advantage of in so many different ways, we'll put it that way. And they may be the last ones to get excited about bringing people in as customers and resellers to use the products. But other parts of the world where money is, I will say, valued maybe a little bit more and not quite as free to put into different businesses and activities, are definitely going to benefit and see this and jump on this much, much faster. So we are all educators in this. We all have something to share with other people. And the excitement of seeing this grow around the world is huge. But it will also happen in waves. The countries that value education, you see, will flock towards Academy. Those who are more business oriented, you will see flocking towards some of the other aspects of the business platforms. Then there'll be the social side of it, and people will flock to that. So to watch the waves of engagement with the customers is going to be something to watch and get excited about as well. William, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to take off on you, but I know you've probably got something else to say. Your hand is still up and your microphone is still unmuted. What else would you like to say?
Thank you, Robin. I sort of had to go to the washroom, but it's okay. I'm back. I just like to say I'm not really concerned about teams, or I do share. I'm kind of disabled right now. I'm in a wheelchair, and when I upgraded my phone, the man said it was really amazing. All the tech guys on the webinar and things of that. So what I really want are the products to create my dreams. So it's the products, not the teams. I don't. That's the way I think about this business, because of all the other endeavors that you go into, that you pay all kinds of money, even to make a video. You have to go here, you got to have all these kinds of platforms to, and it costs you a lot of money. But here, you're going to be able to make your dreams come true. And that's what I like about this company, is because they're thinking about the little guy. They're not concerned about who has all kinds of money. They're thinking about the little butt. And I can remember when Ash says a lot of people, or you can say throughout the years, they go to the grave not bringing out their creativity and their dreams. They're just stagnant, nothing. And I think that's, like he says, is a sort of a sin, or it's not really giving the world what they need. They need that creativity. They need those things. They need the dreams come out. To help the world. All of those things will be available in this business. That's why I like this business. It's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, William. Thank you so much for being with us this evening. I'm just going to check and see if Jane was able to come back on again. Jane, are you out there? And if you are, would you please unmute yourself? Okay, I'll check back on her again in a little while.
I
Rita,
see her in the
your
attendees
hand.
list. Sorry, I see her in the attendees list. I'll bring her to the panel.
Okay, thank you, Lynn. We'll talk to Rita first, and then we'll speak to Jane right afterwards. Sorry. Rita, would you like to unmute yourself, please? And
Hi.
hi.
Hi, Robin. Nice to talk to you. Very long time, and I'm happy to be. I don't know if you guys can see me. I don't see anybody. There is something with my computer.
That's
yeah.
okay. There you are, and we hear you beautifully.
Thank you. I'm happy, really. I've been missing for some time, but I'm attending it. I'm attending all the webinars, and I'm really happy. I will be going to Sudan. I am traveling to Sudan, and I'm going on Saturday, so to South Sudan, and I hope that I will be able to talk to people there about also this business. But I have a problem right now. There is a couple of people there trying to sign in, and then when they sign, it will say successful. So when they go back and they want to verify, or maybe like sign in again, and it's sending that there is an error. So I don't know if MARTY or Chris can just maybe help me with that. I asked Julie if it has been closed already or something like that, but she said she believes that is still accepting some.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. So Rita, at the moment, MARTY is busy. Chris has deserted me, so you're stuck with me. So I know that the answer to this is that Ash is aware of this. The tech team knows about this as well, and they are working on it. So it is a system that they are fixing. And again, just tell the new founders, this is actually happening because of the upgrades that they are doing and the constant making sure that the system is strong, and they're being caught between the two shifts.
Robin,
so tell them not to worry.
I'm back if I can help. What was said? I'm sorry.
There you go. The issue about not getting the OTP, not being able to sign in, and you said Ash had that information.
Beautiful. And this
there
is
you go.
Rita asked the question?
Yeah, that's right.
Hello, Rita. Can you do me a favor?
Love you, Marty.
Send me, and this is new people or people that have had accounts for a while?
No, these are the new people.
Oh, beautiful. Okay. Send to, I would say send it to Julie, but you probably don't have her email either.
Send it to me, Rita. Send it to me through Messenger.
Okay.
Okay. Every email and indicate this is a new person or this is an older account. This is what I want to establish. I've been hearing it throughout the day, but I can't get it pinpointed who's having the problem. I just keep hearing people say people are having a problem, but I don't know who they are. So I'm so glad that you're here. Give the list to Chris. He'll get it to me.
Okay. Sounds good.
Thank you very much. We need to know that. Yep.
So I'm gonna miss you. I'm gonna miss you for 2 weeks because the internet is not gonna be good in South Sudan. So, but I will be eating some mangoes there. Thank you.
Okay, very good.
That's wonderful.
Very
Safe
good.
travels, Rita.
Okay, thank you very much.
Fantastic.
Safe travels.
Thank you.
Momodou, hello. If you'd like to unmute, please. What would you like to say tonight?
Yeah, Miss Noble. I just want to add to what Miss Gladys the questions she raised. I think because he was asking that the new registrants, after registering, when they want to log in back, they will say wrong email or invalid email. I think the problem these people always encounter is when they start typing the email and then they saw the email pop up, instead of they continue typing it, they will just tap on the one they saw. And when they do that, you always result to invalid email. So that's an experience I learned long time ago, and I always share that with people. That's the problem.
Excellent point.
Yeah, because if you have verified your email, you should not have no problem of logging in. But the problem when they start typing the email, they saw it pop up, they will just tap it. And maybe that email that pop up has a space or something that you don't aware of. So you should always type your email correctly by yourself.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, that's the only thing I want to add. I have no problem. I'm busy at work here, Thank you,
Momodou.
And since he said that, there's one more thing. If somebody is filling in the box to log in and the box is red, it means you have a space before or after. Flat out.
Yes.
If it's red, you have a space in there that doesn't belong. And pass that on to everybody. That's for sure. Very good. You're making me think there, Mamadou.
Thank you.
Oh, let me guess, you're working.
Oh yeah, I am.
Oh my God.
I work 2 jobs, Mr. Marty, so I can't wait.
Thank you so much, Momodou, for everything that you're doing for all of us.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Too.
Jane, if you would like to, there we go. What would you like to say?
I think I've finally gotten straightened out. Sorry about that. I didn't realize
That's
that.
all right. We hear you back. We hear you back on planet Earth.
Right, good. Thank you. Thank you for letting me back on planet Earth. There you go. I am just so blown away by all of this and all of you too. It's like, what a wonderful ONPASSIVE family and all these talented people. I mean, Robin, you and Marty and Chris and Red and Lynn and Dr. Benny and so many people. It's like, wow, I'm just blown away by all the information that you guys have and the heart that you have to be able to give to all of us is so wonderful. It's just so amazing. And, we all just say, thank you so much, big clap handshake here. I do have a question here, and you may have gone over it previously because I apologize. It did take me a while to get on, which is kind of unusual. I usually have a good internet connection. But I do have a question. People who do not have people under them, is it going to be the same for them, even if they've been on for a while? You know, even if they have a 2019 timestamp, but don't have people under them, they're just not good at marketing, or, you know, or whatever. What's going to happen there? And I know at one time we were talking about placing people under us, you know, to make a nice team. So can you kind of fill me in on that a little bit? And was that clear enough question?
It was very clear. I'm going to start it. Chris is jumping out of his seat, so I'll hand it over to him in a moment. Then we'll let and then we'll let Marty jump in if he can be told the question again. So you see, even with this, we're all multitasking, and people who should be on the webinar are not. They're joining everybody else. So Jane, in answer to this, everybody who is a founder is going to win straight off the bat. All right, that's the first thing that everybody can be reassured about. Whether somebody has been able to or chosen to share with other people is totally their choice and decision. The understanding, and I hope the fair understanding in what I'm about to say, is that if somebody has chosen not to do it, for whatever reason, there's no right or wrong in this, because we were told 100% done for you, hands-free, fully automated. The company is going to do it. Now, the rate at which they are going to achieve their financial goal that they have thought about, or they have put in their own idea of what they would like to reach, will understandably not be at the same speed as somebody else who may have shared this and built a team of talking to other people who in turn spoke to other people. But with the company doing it for them, they are still going to receive customers, founders. Well, ultimately, we're all going to be customers. So let's just say customers. So they will receive this. And also through the marketing campaigns that the company has started and will be increasing, all of this will be happening for them. But by sheer numbers, because this is a numbers game in that regard, one person, one position will achieve what they want, but it will take a little bit longer than somebody who has spoken to maybe 5 people, or 10 people, or 100 people, or 1,000 people, or more than that. So does that make sense to help you?
Absolutely. I know that is a reiteration of what has been said before. So thank you for that confirmation. I do appreciate it. So it's really the same as it has always been. And you know, that's the wonderful part about this. It's like there's no losers in this.
Exactly.
At all.
Exactly. Now let's watch Chris jump out of his chair. Unmute, please, Chris, and you can add to this.
Well, you know what? For the record, I've never deserted you. I've been here the whole time. I know when I get quiet, people get, I can't figure it out. But no, what Robin said is perfectly correct. The greatest thing for me was everything was done for you. Now, but when I realized that I can get ahead of the game by sharing to people that I care for, my family, my friends, gifting it to people that I know need this, which to me is everybody. But when that, if you remember about a week ago, I was saying, if you're working now, there's gonna come a Monday, sooner or later, where you're not gonna have to get up for that job. All right, that's coming for everybody. But to know that a company is working 100% for you by marketing you 7 days a week, 365 days a year, every minute, man, I'm really blown away why a lot of people can't even understand that or want to connect to it. But that was what I told people. It's really all done for you. Most of my team just say, Chris, they got into it. Call me when it's ready. And I really want them to plug in because I want them to get out and share to those people, you know, but I don't understand there's not one of us here that's got a job, that it's all done for you. And you don't have to worry about anything. All you're going to have to worry about is hearing your phone go ding, ding, ding. You got another one. You got another one. And you didn't have to do nothing. But if you take advantage, which I thought I did, and most of us do, we shared it. And when I say take advantage, Ash gave us the, hey man, come on, go see what you can do. I'm a professional marketer and I don't have a clue what it is. I'm learning. Every one of you are professional marketers. Through Ash Mufara, the staff, Marty DeGarmo, Red. If you would have told me 20 years ago that would be a master marketer, I would have laughed at you, you know? But remember this, it is all done for us, but share it, you know? I bet you if you won $1,000 somewhere, you'd be calling everyone, I just won $1,000. Hey man, do you know what you won by paying $97? Keep timesing that. Keep going with that, because Unpassive is going to constantly keep doing it for you. Whether you're sleeping, fishing, anything. If you enjoy your job, keep working. I think you'll change your mind in a year, but just keep doing that. But Jane, you know, I think right now you got a big smile on your face now. Now that you know, I think you already knew that Unpassive is going to nonstop work for you harder than anyone has ever worked for you in their life. And to me, it's an amazing thing. So Robin, I'm going to desert you again. Back to you, Robin.
Bye, Chris. Okay, so Jane, does that help you? Does that answer and make it easier?
Yeah, absolutely. I just wanted to make sure that it still is the same, you know, when we were talking about teams and stuff.
That's right.
Yeah, there's some of us who, you know, when we, especially to our family, it's like, oh, here she goes again. It's like, what is she talking about now? Because, you know, we've kind of like dabbled in several different things and been successful, and they kind of know that. And it's just like, you know, we'll just wait and see on this one.
Exactly. Exactly.
So thank you very much.
You're welcome. David, would you like to unmute yourself, please, and join us? What would you like to say?
Thank you, Madam Founder, Robin. It's always nice to hear from you. It's an enlightened voice you have, and all our respected founder. I want to add something. Like, see, this business we are doing, like it's a global business, we know. And our business is completely driven by passion and global love, and which has never happened before in this history of humanity. And first time we are doing together. Because we are doing it together, that's why, and most of the thing we are achieving, and most of the thing we are going to achieve, which we can't even imagine right now. See, when Jeff Bezos, Mr. Bezos started his business, he said that books is a global product. With the books he started, and now from books to Blue Origin, right? And Mr. Elon Musk, he started from nothing. Recently, we know he bought what? And now Mr. Steve Jobs, when he started with 3 founders, including him, Mr. Ronald, Mr. Steve Wozniak, and Mr. Ronald, he's a forgotten founder of Apple. I just read his story. He did the biggest mistake in his life, leaving the founder position. Let's do the research. And now we all are founder, we are moving towards victory, right? I'm sharing my screen. These are our tools. Like initially in our website on ONPASSIVE.com, there is 23 tools and more are coming. 23 tools mean 23 multi-billion-dollar company. And we are founder of this company, more are coming. And see, and we are moving towards, and these tools have the features, people need this, they are hungry for this, the world. And these tools together are going to create revenues for the world citizen, and together all are going to win. No company sharing their wealth with us. And Mr. Mufare thought to do so for us. All these tools are massive. We know the benefits of this tool. And the way we are adding values to the world, our top management, even working at the ground level, helping humanity, we are doing good to the world. Senior government official coming to our Hyderabad office, and they are sharing good, that what Mr. Mufare is doing. No company did this before. Keep doing the good work. And this is how people are attracted to us. So when you share the good thing, the obvious activities to the world, people love to be with us. So never be needy while you are doing business. Give something valuable, share something valuable to the world. People are looking for something, the act of kindness, the love, the power, the passion. And finally, last slide. See, after our global launch, all our founders going to have one domain, and company is going to bring traffics. And this is the magic part. And 4 billion plus people are coming, because that's why Mr. Mufare is taking massive action. Tony Robbins always say that take massive action, and Mr. Mufare, and day and night he's taking massive action for us. We don't need to lift our finger. We just have to enjoy the process in this moment. Be engaged, keep your heart engaged, brain engaged, be in the webinar. Mr. Mufare is doing everything for us. It's for us, it's effortless. Okay, this is what I have to share. We are in it to win it. It's a done deal. Success is final, and ONPASSIVE made for success. Thank you very much, and over to Mr. Noble.
David, thank you very much. Very well said. May I ask what part of India you are in?
Oh yeah, I'm from Kolkata, India. Kolkata, the place, the city of joy in India.
I know Kolkata.
And from
yes.
Kolkata, from Kolkata, our company ONPASSIVE, our company of heart, company ONPASSIVE started our journey.
That's right.
I belong to this
Thank
place.
you, David. Thank you so much. Judy, if you'd like to unmute yourself, please.
Yes, I just have a quick comment, Robin.
Yes.
I believe it was Monday, I heard a saying something like, to make a decision, it's either love life or love money. And I think that's about the easiest way to go. If you love life, you would get into ONPASSIVE and share with people, help them. With loving money, it's no good. You can't take it with you wherever you go. So why not share it out with people that need it and need help? That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Judy, that's lovely. Thank you so much for coming on to say that for us. That's lovely. Anybody else have anything they'd like to say? Anybody else like to put a hand up?
Yeah, Robin, one thing I want to add, keep in mind, no matter what we're talking about, keep in mind whatever we're talking about. If we just launched O Connect, all of you will be set for life. Wrap your head around that. That's one. That's just one. We've got dozens and dozens of products we don't know about. So think big. Just think big. That's all I got.
Thanks, Marty. Everyone, I think this has been such a lovely, free-flowing, gentle webinar this evening. I don't see any more hands up. Thank you all for being here tonight. I think we can wrap it up. Chris, if you'd like to say something. Anything you'd like to add? Oh, sure. Now you go quiet.
No, I'm just saying this is, every time I go to one of these things, I just get more excited because I already know all this stuff in my head. I really, really do. I sometimes can't get it out like I want to, but I'm going to let all you know, I'm not worried about nothing. All right. I know this ONPASSIVE, I can't call him that no more. I know Ash Mufara's got every one of us, and I trust him 100%. I know 99% of you trust him 100%. And for the 1% that don't trust him, please send me your email, because this man is going to set you on fire. Robin, you got hands. It's back to you.
I see that. Absolutely. So we're going to go with David first, then Richard, then Nancy.
Well, I thought that was going to be the end, but I guess that didn't happen. So only thing I can say is fire, fire, fire.
Yay, David. Thank you. Richard, I'm going to ask you if you would be patient. I'm going to let Nancy go first. We don't want to lose her with the internet in case it goes a bit wobbly. Thank you so much. Nancy, please unmute and tell us what you'd like to talk about.
Thank you, Robin. Thank you, everyone. My point, I just want to make some few points here. Number one is in PNG, when a lot of people, like we already know, they tried different things and have failed. So when ONPASSIVE came on in Papua New Guinea, a lot of people joined not because they want to be active, They want to just remain passive. They just want to come in and know that they will win. Okay, they don't want to go share the business. They don't want to talk to nobody. They just want to get in, just be grateful that they found something that will work for them 24/7 on the hour, every hour, and they're fine with that. They don't go and comment in the groups. They don't take part in anything. They go into their back office. They just read. They will read things in our Telegram groups, but they don't necessarily post or say something. And then we have other founders who are so active, who are so on fire. They want to share. They want to go for it. And that's good. And I think we should respect that. Like for a lot of people that have joined my, through my links and all that, they don't want to share. They don't want to share this business with people. They're happy for themselves and they're fine with that. There are other people that came in and they don't want to share with other people outside of their working environment. So they only shared with their colleagues and they're fine with that. They don't want to get out, get the word out. So we have all kinds of people that have come in, and I see that for some founders, they're really pressuring people to join. They're going out and they're really pushing for people to come in. And me, I actually told some people to go look for other founders to join if they want to come into ONPASSIVE, because I don't want to, if you want to join, then you have to be serious. You have to be committed, whether you are passive or active, at least you are committed to keep yourself informed. And I have actually sent people away, not because I don't want them to come into ONPASSIVE, but I think they don't have the vision. They don't see the vision. I think they're here for the money. And there was one person I told them that after they signed, after they registered and they remained pending, they came back and they said, oh, my husband said this and that, and I said, you know what? You're not a founder property. You are not a founder. You might as well go and get a job and live a happy life. You are not a founder, because only a founder is a visionary. You have to see the vision. We're not here for money. I told some Papua New Guinea, and there was one person that posted in our group and said, they've joined a long time ago and they've been, they were not active. And then all of a sudden they just popped up and they said, what's happening with this ONPASSIVE? Is it, fake? Is it scam? I said, hey, hello, people, please listen up. I encourage you to get back your $97, because if we get a notice that we're going to go for another 5 years, man, we are all in for it, because we are not here for money. We are here for the vision. The vision. Get it right, people. We are here because there is a vision to change human. We see billionaires, millionaires, business people. They have money and see their life. They don't have the peace. They don't have the joy. They don't have the life that they're dreaming of. They're just blah, 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 blah on the internet, showing all these images, but truly on the inside, there is no satisfaction, because until we impact somebody's life, you feel that peace, you feel that satisfaction, you feel that that's right, I'm here for a purpose bigger than myself. And, I can contribute meaningfully to this world and make this world a better place. So this is number one. Most people, they want to remain passive. Let's respect them. Let them be. Whatever way they choose to remain, let them be. That's number one, because Ash said, not everyone can be a founder. A true founder is above average. So let's not forget these simple principles that we live by as ONPASSIVians. Number two is this. In PNG, I always encourage my people to save some money. We don't actually know how much the activation, the subscription fee will be, but save, 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 and save. And that was the first thing I did with my people. The moment I joined ONPASSIVE, became a founder, I preach about savings. Save, 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 so you don't have to worry about asking people, oh, how much is this? How much is that? No, when the time came, you will not be asking around. You'll just press the button and you are already gone to the top of the world. There's no time to go and collect money and, ask people for a credit. No, loan, no. You must save now. So people, don't say, well, what's the subscription gonna be? Just save some money. Just put some money aside. This is wisdom. Put some money aside. If we know that there's subscription coming, let's put the money aside. Let's save up and stop worrying about all these things. I believe that things are under control. I see some people in the YouTube with, especially for Red. When Red comes on, there's a particular person that always so full of negativity and saying some really bad stuff. One time I really wanted to go and comment, really comment on him, but I said like, just forget him. He has no vision, he has no dream. Why waste your energy and time on someone who has no dream and vision? Who's just want to, nag you. So we don't bother about this kind of people. We're only looking, in Unpassive, we're looking for visionaries. I said, if we okay, let's get this right. We are already launching. We're not waiting for the launch. We are already in the launch. We are not waiting for the launch. We are already in the launch. Get it, people. Founders, please. We're already in the launch. We've already launched. Now we're going through the different stages of launching, okay? And eventually we'll get to the place where apples will overtake our baskets, where we will have to, call in for help. You remember the fishermen? They said, we toil all night. We throw our nets down here, nothing happens. And then the man himself came and said, go again. This time, throw your net at the same place, not a different ocean, the same ocean. Throw your net back down and see what's gonna happen. When they throw their nets down in that same ocean, in that same boat, in that same location, what happened? It was a breaking net. The fish industry just got blown out of proportion. Everything just went fire, 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 like Muhammad Kamal used to say. Everything just went wild, viral. People came from everywhere on the same basket. So let's get it, people. It's gonna happen. Everything that Mr. Mufara has said will come to pass. You just need to buckle up, get yourself organized, put some money aside, and stop worrying about little things. Me right now, I'm on passive. I'm selling my oil. I'm selling, you guys see me on Facebook. I post about my natural 100% Garo. I have to do something and get myself ready and prepared. I don't want to be caught off guard on the last minute and say, oh my gosh, I need to get this family. I need to get that person. Come on, come on, come on, come on. We have all these years to get organized. Now, some of the questions that I've been watching us asking tonight, they're very, very basic questions, like long time ago we've dealt with them. How to get into your back office, email. Oh, come on, let's talk about how we're gonna change the world. And let's keep focused. If it's 10 years, I don't know about you, I'm sticking in until the end, until we get to the finish. Thank you, back to you, Robin.
Nancy, you are amazing. Thank you so much. Your words of wisdom, your clarity, straight to the point, shooting from the hip. You are the best. We love you dearly. Richard, if you would like to unmute, please.
I love all you beautiful men and women of the world from the bottom of my heart. Well, boom, 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 pow, pow, pow of the years, and look up to the sky is the next step. So what I want to do is I want to thank you, Robin, and Marty, and all those, Lynn, and everybody else that's been working so hard to bring these webinars to us. I've been watching that video there where the Hyderabad gang there got those Oh Blessed t-shirts, and they're bringing food and all kinds of things to people, and tears just keep on coming down my eyes, because I'm seeing my dream come true. This is everybody's dream coming true. Even the people right now that have no shoes, no food, no water, their dream will come true. Ash Mufara, I wish I had 2% of your brain. I wouldn't be sitting here. So big kiss, big hug to all of you. And fire, 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 we are on fire.
Thank you, Richard. Tosif, if you'd like to unmute yourself, please.
Am I chicken liver?
No, you're in queue. Tosif, if you would like to unmute yourself, please. MD Tosif? Yes, I'm calling you. Unmute yourself, please. Tosif, if you want to talk, you need to unmute yourself, please. You have something to ask us?
धन्यवाद इंडिया से
नमस्ते।
मुझको हिंदी आते इंग्लिश नहीं आते हैं। मैं ऑन पैसिव 2018 में ज्वाइन करे थे। हम डेली बाय डेली मीटिंग सुनते हैं।
Tosif, this is an English webinar.
हाँ, इंग्लिश में आते हैं, हिंदी आते हैं।
Yeah, it's only English tonight, please.
हाँ, इंग्लिश में नहीं आते हैं, मुझको हिंदी आते हैं पूरा। तो ऑन पैसिव 2018 को लगे थे मैंने। आज मेरे को हो गए हैं काफी दिन। मैं ऑन पैसिव के पीछे लगा हूँ इंडिया से, पूरा मेहनत कर रहा हूँ और पूरा लैब और सब चीज देख रहे हैं।
Okay,
सूरजवान जाफरी सर का, सबका, नीरज सर का, सबका वीडियो देखते हैं, जस्टिस सर सबका।
In it to win it?
In it to win it.
Excellent. Thank you, Tosif.
Thank you. In it to win it.
Bye-bye. Ginger, if you would like to unmute yourself, please.
Hello. Someone had given me the answer. I wanted to know how to log into OBLES because I couldn't find it in my back office. But it was about the homeless project and the vets that are homeless, that they also have animals and they shouldn't have to choose between a bed or their pets. And it's a larger picture. It goes a lot more than that about the homeless animals also that are being put down just because they ran out of time or they didn't have room. But I have an idea that since I get to log in now, I'll be able to present it to them when we have the next meeting. And I'm very excited to be with the group and to work with them. They've had really great ideas the last couple meetings that I've been able to go to.
Robin,
that's wonderful. Thank you so much, Ginger.
Robin,
thank you.
Yes. Can I take this one real quick, please?
Absolutely.
Okay, Ginger, there is a form in the back office under updates. Julie had posted it. You can fill that out. You can also contact me if you want. I will put my email in the chat in private to you, and then you can send me that. And I'm loving to see you on the next Tuesday and hear what you got, Ginger. Absolutely, I love what you're talking about.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I couldn't find it, but thank you.
I'll send you my email.
Chris and Ginger, real quick, I put the form in the chat. All you gotta do is click that, Ginger, and you can add your name to the list. And I message you privately. You can add your name to the list, and when we need your help on any project, we'll contact you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Pete.
Thank you, Peter. Thank you, Chris. Marty, if you'd like to unmute yourself, please.
Okay. First thing is, I don't like to brag, but I'm going to. Nancy from P&G is my little sister, so boom. The second thing is, Nancy, Mr. Mupara was listening in on YouTube, and if he had the time, he'd fly in a plane and come give you a big hug, he said. So, very good. I always knew you were number one. You rock P&G. I don't think they can handle two of you anyway. So, yeah, you're right. People need to do what they feel comfortable doing. One thing I wanted to read from what Ash had stated. Oh, gosh. Give me 1 second. Oh. He said we have buildings, data centers, factories, schools, plenty of income streams. Better than what people know about commissions. Even if we only had one item like OConnect, everyone will win. It's how we play it. how we do business, how we share the love / the wealth. So we're all in a super good place. If you just remember that, we don't need any more webinars at all, right? Anyway, yeah, fantastic. And Nancy, you know I love you. Very good job. Thank you.
I love you too. Send our love to Mr. Ash Mufara. And you, man, you're the godfather of Unpassive Nation PNG. You are the bomb and you're always the rock. Thank you. Love you, my big brother.
Thank you.
Actually, I'm doing my laundry, so my video was off and I was listening in. But anyway, love you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Marty, you want to say anything else? Your hand is still up.
That was a very nice way, Marty. You don't know how to lower your hand? No, not really, unless anybody has any questions.
Miriam, if you would like to unmute yourself, please. What would you like to say tonight?
Hi. First of all, I just want to say, Marty, you do a great job. Chris, Robin, all of you do a great job. I'm on all the calls. If you don't see me online here, I'm watching on YouTube. I don't always get on the calls when you have them because I think the time, I miss it. It's like I'm an hour behind you guys, but I miss it that way. Something that's going on over here. I'm in Jerseyville, Illinois. Okay, my lease is up July 31st. There's no place to move over here at all. There's nothing available. Now, the investors that bought this apartment complex, they don't care about any of us. It's just when the person's lease is up, they're going to have us get out, rip the place up, fix it up, raise the rent, and flip the place for a profit. There's 24 families in this apartment complex. So in 12 months, all 24 families are going to have to move. I have to be out by July 31st, and so does another woman. What I'm facing and what everybody else is getting ready to face is there's no place to move to. I'm on Section 8, and I've talked to housing. Me and this other woman are at the top of the list, but there's no place to go. So with Oh Bless, as soon as Ash starts this, as soon as the first thing I'm going to do is start right here. And if that means buying this apartment complex so nobody gets forced out, then that's what I'll do. The woman upstairs, Laura's disabled. She's been there for 20 years upstairs. My neighbor on my side here, been there for 10. The ladies on the behind me, they've been there for 15 years. You're talking about uprooting people just so you can make a profit on your building. That's what's going on over here. So I guess I say that because they're talking about doing something about homelessness. Well, we're all in a situation or are about to be in a situation in a couple months of facing this very thing, face to face, head on. And whether we want to face it or not, it's right there. The property manager is not a nice person. The man will not talk to you. He won't return the phone calls. He doesn't want to have anything to do with the tenants. So we need a lot of prayer over here, and we need an intervention. So that's it. No, I'm really, really praying that this starts, that this, that we can take the Oh Bless and take it from the words and literally make it happen. Because like I say, the first thing I would do is I would buy this apartment building so nobody would be forced out of their home. So somebody could turn around and make a profit.
Miriam, you're very brave. We are all with you listening, and we're all going to send prayers and get the prayers going. What can you find out? Are you able to find out the cost of the building?
I don't
Because
know.
you know what happens?
What?
A lot of people talk about what they would do, how they would do it, and that sort of thing. And it's wonderful. It really is wonderful. But you know what? With all of that and with the prayers comes action. You are right there in a situation. And you know what? If you can find out how much that building costs, that can also be included in the prayers. That is a physical number. That is something that can actually be addressed. And you never know what can happen. That's the action that you can take to help this as well, move it forward. We can do the prayers. Everybody here will add prayers and will help you from that regard. But somebody needs to take action, and you're the brave one stepping up right now. You know your neighbors. You know the people who live in the building with you.
Yeah.
You're amazing with what you're doing and bringing this forward. If you can, and maybe this is something that might take a little research, you might need to go City Hall or different areas, but this is what is going to be involved with every single aspect in every city, in every area, that homelessness and people with homing challenges, with food challenges, with clothing, with all the challenges that are out there. It's one thing for people to say it, but it's something else for somebody to take the action. And Chris cannot do it all.
Yeah,
and Chris cannot do it in all these other cities as well. You sound like somebody who would be able to do this and to just do the information search, do the research for it.
Have a heart for the people. If you don't have a heart for the people, then you have to care about them.
Exactly.
These people, they don't give two rips about, you know. It's all about fix a place up, charge $850 for these apartments, and flip it to somebody else and make money on the apartments and move on. That's all it's about.
And this is where maybe you've been put there to help with this situation. Maybe you'll be one of the ONPASSIVE angels helping in that situation there right now. Because you've come forward, you've had the courage, and you are so brave to do this. So we can send prayers. Prayers are almost the easy part in it, but you're living it. So if you can take some of the action and come back to us with a number, we can add that into the prayers, and you never know what can happen. Because somebody can say, well, I need this, but they don't know what it costs, or they don't know what it takes to get that. You are hungry for this. You know what this means to all of you, to yourself, to your neighbors. You are an amazing person to take this one and see what you can find out and do with this. And then come back and tell us, and we can add more power behind the prayers, and you never know how something can happen. Prayers can move mountains, and you've started that.
All right.
All right?
I thank you.
And that's homework for everybody, because we all have these amazing thoughts. We all have these amazing wishes and ideas of doing something. Chris is spearheading this. Chris is our voice on this, and Peter is there, but they cannot do it alone. And they cannot be in every single city addressing every single condition, situation that needs to be made aware. And this is where the ONPASSIVE angels that are linked to Chris, that want to make a difference, that want to help lift humanity, that want to help Ash, that want to help Obless, that want to help people around the world, are going to be stepping up and making a difference, each and every one, because of circumstances that they are aware of and they are living or being part of or have heard of in their cities and near where they are. My prayers go to you, and I know prayers for everybody who is on here and listening are with you as well. You help us, help you.
Yes.
Let's find out what this would cost.
I will.
And even if all you can get is an approximate, that is something. It's a physical, tangible amount. We need to start these things somewhere. And we need to know what things are going to cost before we just suddenly start saying, oh, I want to help, and I can do this, and I can do the next thing. Planning and step-by-step increments will get us to these solutions, will get us to these areas of being able to help. And you are in a situation right now that you are living, that you know, and we all want to help. The way we can help right now is through prayer, but you help us help you as well, and you never know what the next door that opens will be.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome. We send you love. We send you lots of prayers. We think you're amazing. Chris, you want to step in there, please?
No, Robin, I think you said it all. But Miriam, I love what you said about doing that with buildings. I love it. I mean, what you said was a pretty amazing statement. I don't even think you realize what you said, but definitely let's talk about it. Something to look at for an OBLES project. And I promise you, I wish I can help as many people. I was just talking to Jane. I wish I could do all this stuff, but when Unpassive launches, we're going to be able to do this stuff, and your tears are going to be joy, not crying. But I want to get together with you. Let's discuss that. It's a good idea. I actually love that. Keep smiling, Miriam. Robin, back to you.
Thanks, Chris. Thank you, Miriam, for coming on and telling us. Things will work out. We will help each other. We will get through this, starting with the prayers. Marty, do you have anything to say at this point?
No, no, I don't. Thank you.
Okay. Marcienne, if you would like to unmute yourself, please.
Yeah, thank you so much, Robin. Thank you, everyone. What a great webinar. You know, ONPASSIVE have taught me a lot. What a powerful $97 that I spent in my life. Everything starts from the mind. In my mind, I'm a celebrity. I know it. I know I am one because of this great company. Before, I didn't know if I can stand and talk to 2 or 3 people. Today, I get up, I follow up, I stand up, and I talk. Where did I going to buy it for $97? 97 US dollar. I am a celebrity in my mind, and I know I'm going to go more than this because ONPASSIVE have given me these tools, have teach me that I can get out and be anything that I want to be. Everything is on our mind. I didn't know that I can write a song. I did. I wrote a song for ONPASSIVE, and it's out there. They are singing it, and I'm going to put it in our platform. It's so beautiful. I wrote it. I couldn't sing it. I looked for a singer. He's also a founder, and he sang it, and it's so beautiful. How did I know it? ONPASSIVE made me realize that I have a lot of potential. There's so many things that I didn't know that I can do. Today, I'm doing it. So I just want to say this is an amazing, it's so amazing for us to be in here. If anything, anybody is looking, waiting for ONPASSIVE to launch, I've been enjoying my $97. People, I'm enjoying it. I'm knowing people, I'm talking to people, I'm getting everything that I need. I am happy. My life is not the same anymore. Get connected, get into webinar, involve yourself in, read, share the post. If you don't know how to write like me, just share the post, share videos. Any video you see out there talking about ONPASSIVE, push it, somebody will see it. Any post that you see about ONPASSIVE, push it, somebody will see it. We don't have to wait and say, when are we launching or how much are we going to pay? We are already in. And when you love something, you give all your power and energy to work on that thing. You prove that you are in love. You prove that you're happy by going out there, talking to people about your company, about your business, about your movement, about everything, about your life, because this is a part of our life. ONPASSIVE is our new life. There's no day, one day that I'm going to go to bed without looking at my back office to see what is going on. That's where you get up and you get your briefing, my people. You get your briefing from your back office. What happened last night? What did they say? I wasn't there at the webinar. I have to go and listen for the recording. And when I listen, I make sure I forward it to somebody. I make sure I put it somewhere in any platform that someone can see. This is what we're supposed to be doing. We doesn't have to call people and sit down and try to explain to them what we cannot. We have people that they know how to do it. They are having great video out there. They are making good YouTube video that we can share. Sharing is what we're supposed to be doing. We don't have to share because we are benefiting something from it. We have to share because it's a good thing for people around the world to know who we are. When you feel like I'm feeling, you will not. Every time you get up, you're just going to be thinking about ONPASSIVE. Thank you so much, Robin. This is just a great webinar. And I will tell you guys, please stay tuned. And when you listen to the song that I wrote for ONPASSIVE, you don't have to do nothing but dancing and be happy because we stand tall. We are in it to win it, and nobody will be left behind for no reason. This is our moment. This is our time. This is our company. This is our movement. Get out there, do something that you have never done before, and you will realize that it's not something that you have never done before. It was somebody need to push you, and that person is ONPASSIVE. Thank you so much for having me tonight. I am very happy.
Merci, Marcienne. Thank you so much. And we look forward to the song when you send it out to us. Momodou, please unmute yourself.
Yes, Miss Robin. I don't have anything to say. I just want to ask, what can I do for me to be able to thank my CEO? Because every day I've been thanking him for what he has done for me, but I don't think I've done enough. So I just want to know, what can I do to thank him enough? Because he made my life so meaningful and purposeful in this world.
Momodou, Ash pops in and listens to all the webinars when he
Okay, Rob?
Did I choke you? Sorry.
Ash comes in and listens whenever he can to webinars. So by you saying this on the webinar, Ash will get this message. But the other thing that you can do is to stay positive and to flow love to ONPASSIVE and to Ash and his family, and to stay positive and to be the smiling, wonderful person that you are as a representative and a founder of ONPASSIVE. That is what he appreciates and recognizes. And staying engaged, and you, even with work, you still come in, you still pay attention, you still are part of these webinars. That is something that he values, that is something that he sees. And the fact that you have said thank you on a webinar, and you do very often, he does get your messages. So thank you for saying that. He listens, he hears, Momodou.
Thank you very much. Thank you. God bless you, because he has done something marvelous for me and my family. I can't thank him enough. God bless you.
Thank you. God bless you.
You're
Richard,
welcome.
if you would like to unmute yourself, Monsieur Lamotte.
All I want to say is Rupa had her hand up. Rupa, your turn.
No, by mistake. This is my excitement. Okay, I don't talk anything. I am very happy with my family and Ash Mupada. Thank you so much.
Richard, you want to take over my job? I was going to Rupa right after you. I saw it as well. So thank you for checking. A couple of things before we wind down for the evening. Let's remember to honor and respect our founders. Let's respect their choices, exactly as Nancy was saying, in how active, involved, or quietly positive behind the scenes they want to be. Nobody has to do anything in this. and we just help them to manage their expectations and in reality, keep them in the now and keep them informed of what is happening as we move forward now. Because we've taken another turn in the historical history of what ONPASSIVE will be to the world. Also, when we refer to ONPASSIVE, remember now branding. And this is something that we've been learning about in particular over these last few weeks. And we spell ONPASSIVE all in capital letters. Please make sure that you do that whenever you write ONPASSIVE and whenever you see it written in different cases, little ones, big ones, combination, please gently remind the person who's writing it that it needs to be in capital letters. It is powerful, but it is the brand of ONPASSIVE now. And this is getting out to the world, and we all need to and want to say the same thing. We are being shown by Ash how to do this, and we are learning the lessons very, very well. The other thing I want to remind all of you about is that this coming Saturday, we have another exciting event. There will be more information. It'll be posted in the back office. It'll be linked. We will share it out. But you want to be part of this. We are being shown to the world. ONPASSIVE is breaking out, and this is the marketing campaigns. This is the global start to the world knowing who and what ONPASSIVE is. We are founders. We are proud founders. We take this as our job seriously to help other people know who we are, respectfully, with integrity, professionally now. We are founders. And so Saturday is going to be another one of our exciting events, and we hope you will help us and share it out when we get the information to do so. Chris, any last words from you?
No, Robin, you did one great job as usual. I appreciate you for your wisdom and your knowledge and your wonderful personality and that beautiful voice. And always will never desert you, but love working right next to you, Robin. I appreciate you. Lynn Nakamoto, thank you for advertising for us and running the board. Marty DeGarmo, yeah, you know I love you. Back to you, Robin.
Thank you, Chris. A big thank you to Lynn for helping us this evening as well, all that you do as well. So many people do things behind the scenes. It's not always possible to say thank you. But you know what? If you're here, if you're a founder, it is appreciated. And when we can, we say thank you. And Lynn, in this instance, you really did help us a lot tonight. We appreciate it. Thank you so much. Marty, come on, unmute yourself, please, and tell us last words, and then we will all say goodnight.
Okay, in summary, we should all be very happy with where we are. I know we're humans, we get nervous about stuff, but don't. This is not a company to be nervous about. You should be happy. I've done it for 18 years. I've never seen anything like it. So, and I've seen a lot, trust me. This is it. This is my home. This will be around even longer than we'll be around. Stick with it. You'll be glad you did. Most of you know that. Encourage other people that might not be as strong into ONPASSIVE as you are. Get them to just, once people see it, they're going to be shocked. Remember, we know less than 10% of what really is going on. And if that's the case, I'm not sure physically I'm going to be able to make it with you to the rest of this, but it's mind-blowing. So very, very good webinar. Thank you for everybody being here. Pass on the truth. That's very important. So thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody who do the graphics. Bill Must, of course. Tim, John White. We've also got Kevin who's doing things. We've also got John Abreu. We have so many people in different countries who do graphics and help and support us. We've got the founders. All of you do something special every single day. Thank you so much. We are all in this together, and we will see you next Thursday night. Stay safe, stay well, and for our highest good and the highest good of all of us. Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody. Woo-hoo. See you at the next one.
Bye, guys.
I wish I could have.
Love you, sir.
Thank you, Robin.
From Canada. Hi, Chris. Ciao, Jerome.
So in it,
So much.